What's up, guys? I just made a video. This always happens all the time. I just made a video and coffee out of my wonderful Fantastic Four mug here. Just made a video, and as I looked at my phone that I record all my things on, it was just blank. It shut itself off. Apparently my SD card was full, so deleted some things, took care of that. But I'm not going to do that video again. I don't feel like talking about it. So maybe I'll do it some other time. Different video. Books. Real books. Well, I guess comic books are books, but they're not these books. Got a few here. Just finished this. It's pretty beat up. Among Madmen, written by Jim Starlin and his wife, Diana Graziunas. I don't really know if that's how it's pronounced. I picked it up just because it was Jim Starlin. I paid probably 50 cents for it. But, I mean, it's beat up, but, I mean, I read it. It's a great book. I love this book. There's actually illustrations from Jim, too. There's one at the beginning of every chapter, and then there's a few within the chapters. Some pretty good ones. Pretty creepy ones, too, some places. That one's pretty good. But, this book was phenomenal. It's about this, a small kind of village in the Catskills outside of New York City. The main character's name is Tom Lacker, however you want to pronounce it if you're reading it. He's an ex-cop and an ex-Vietnam vet, and there was this strange virus that took over kind of the entire world. They called it Schizophrenia X, I believe, and it had different interactions with people. There was never any diagnosis of how you got it, but the two things that would happen is you would either veg out, how you would just be you wouldn't be there anymore, you just kind of wander, you don't do anything else, or you would berserk out and just start killing for no reason. You know, your family doesn't matter. Now, there was also no rhyme or reason to who it infected, so it would infect people here or there, and certain people. So Tom became kind of the head of the police force in this kind of post-apocalyptic city, little town that they have. And he tells a story of him and his wife, who is kind of half berserked out, sometimes kills people but still has her mental abilities, but is looked down upon the town itself. It tells a story of him himself being this head of security, but the mayor wanting him out because he harbors his wife. And then a big kind of a invasion is being said to be coming, and there's a bunch of people outside that are coming to steal their assets, take over the town, loot, whatever they want to do. And the tale is how him and the town as a whole kind of come together and try to beat that, but the town kind of really never gets behind him either. I mean, great book, though. Jim Starlin is a god among men. So that's Among Madmen. I recommend it to anybody who wants to read a real book. Well, there we go with that rule again. This I didn't start reading yet, but it was a Valentine's Day present from my girlfriend. Stanley's Riftworld Odyssey by Stanley and Bill McKay. After she got this, she told me that there were 3 actually in this series, and this is the last one. She just picked it up out of a whim, so once I get the other 2, I'll check them out. If anybody knows anything about this or has read these, let me know, because I'd like a little input if they're good or not. I mean, I'm definitely going to read it, but just let me know if I should go in expecting something different. Something I'm reading right now is Doom XMen, the Chaos Trilogy, Book 1, by Steve A. Roman. I expected this to be pretty childish. I don't know why. I just expected it to be written for kids, but this is definitely not written for kids. There are some terms in here that I do not think kids would know. But kind of the Chaos Engine trilogy. It started out as Dr. Doom is the Emperor of the United States, and Storm is his wife. He kind of controls everything, and he has these psi police that keep track of everybody's thoughts. Quells any revolutions. He just kills at a whim, whatever. And his arch nemesis is Magneto, who's hidden away in kind of a desert. It says that the X-Men appear from another dimension and see this, and they have to take him down. But I haven't gotten that far. They're still laying down the groundwork for it, and I think I'm like 70 pages through it, though. But, I mean, it's really good. And I've never seen any of these around, though. Any of these kind of novels, I guess. There's a few illustrations in this too, but nothing to get excited about. Something else I'm reading is Superman is Jewish. I saw this book at a local bookstore in the mall, and they wanted entirely too much money for it. I think like $27. So I hopped on Amazon and got it for like $10. But it tells a story of how well, I'm not too far through this either, but it tells a story of how pretty much all comic book characters have some bit of Jewish roots in them, because the first one, Superman, was extremely Jewish. Every kind of member of the comic publishing community was Jewish, and Superman was kind of made to be like the alpha Jew. And then it goes on to tell how he, even in the last movie, Superman Returns, he was seen as like a Christ character. And they talk about the awkwardness between that, about how he's written by Jews to be a Jew. They talk about how Batman is kind of also a Jew, but in a different way. And then it goes on to telling you about all sorts of different comic book history, and how all other characters are kind of Jewish. It's really interesting. I mean, I like things that investigate things that people don't really care about. And this is kind of one of them, of how the Jewish religion and Jewish culture as a whole has affected and has kind of been the reason for the superhero comic books. But I mean, I absolutely love this. It's by Harry Broad. And like I said, if you hop on Amazon, you can pick this up for $10, $12. But I mean, it really dives in. It's not any, lighthearted, this is why this is. No, he goes at length to tell you about things. I mean, very good. Very good, though. And then this last one was also Valentine's Day present. It's the Smithsonian Book of Comic Book Comics, and edited by Michael Barrier and Martin Williams. This reprints and tells about some of the most famous comics, or some of the older ones that are kind of rare. It reprints Action Comics #1, and this is how they reprint it. I like the way they reprint it. They don't really redo it, like recolor anything, just reprint it. It reprints other things I've never even heard of, like Scribbly. I don't know what Scribbly is, by Sheldon Mayer. But I mean, all these old things that I never would have a chance to read, like other than like digitally or other reprints. They're just phenomenal, though. I mean, this book it's pretty fantastic. It reprints the old Captain Marvel from Fawcett Publishings. Just, I mean, the way that this is in here, it's kind of the same size as it was in the comic, and it's kind of a little bit of the same feel. I really enjoy that. Also reprints, well, there's another one I don't know, Dr. Dimwit by Basil Wolverton. I don't know many of these. Pretty old, though. Like, that's from 1942 Timely Comics. Also reprints Detective 27, the first appearance of Batman. Reprints some early Spirit comics. And, I mean, this is just great. Just things I would never be able to get my hands on. Maybe ever. And I get to read them pretty, probably as close to their actual feel and maybe smell. Because this book was from 1981, was when this was printed. And like I said, this was a Valentine's Day gift, and I'm super pumped on it. But I mean, I look forward to reading this at length, because it's pretty awesome. It's things that I would probably never have read myself. Cinderella and the Three Bears by Walt Kelly. Just things like that, like old Disney comics. That's not a Disney comic, but Feelin' Mighty, Hail, and Farewell. Just things that I would never have a chance to read myself, or would go out to actively look to read. I may find something I like. Some old Donald Duck comics in here. But, Smithsonian Book of Comic Book Comics. Very good. Very good. I mean, I like all these books. I may do a review on the Superman is Jewish book, or the X-Men book, when I finish it, but I'm reading so many things right now, I probably get them mixed up. But I may try to do that other video again. I may wait till tomorrow, I'm not sure. But remember, have a great day.